Hi, I'm Lindsey Bell with Global Market Intelligence at S&P Capital IQ. We're now turning our focus to second quarter earnings as Alcoa will unofficially kick off the reporting period on July 8th with their results. Current estimates for the S&P 500 are rather pessimistic at $28.44, which represents a 4.4% decline in earnings year over year. That would be the first decline in growth since the third quarter of 2009 or in 6 years. That story probably sounds familiar as we entered the first quarter of the year with similarly dismal setup. Yet, when all was said and done, Q1 ended up being 6.5 percentage points better than initially expected. That beat is significantly better than the typical 3.5 percentage point beat rate. It seems that analysts had reduced their Q1 projections by far too much due to the fear of low oil prices, the rising US dollar, an economic slowdown, and the West Coast port closure. This time around, similar though less severe issues remain. While economic growth has improved, it improved at a slower rate than the rebound recorded in 2014's second quarter. The US dollar remains nearly 20% higher year over year, and oil prices, which have stabilized in the $60 per barrel range, are still quite low. Second quarter growth estimates have been reduced from negative 2.5% on April 15th, when corporations began reporting first quarter results and articulating their second quarter guidance, to the negative 4.4% rate that is expected today. Energy is once again weighing heavily on the overall performance, given the expected 63.7% decline in the sector's earnings. On the bright side, healthcare, consumer discretionary, and telecommunications lead with growth rates in the 6 to 7% range. Revenue growth remains negative at 2%, making Q2 the second quarter in a row for a top-line decline. It's our opinion in Global Markets Intelligence that for the quarter to exceed the typical 3.5 percentage point beat rate and result in positive earnings growth for the S&P 500 in Q2, top-line estimates will have to come in better than the current expectation. Until next time, I'm Lindsey Bell with S&P Capital IQ.